Hi, it's Patsy. So I'm popped on to do my February favourites. February was a month that I spent the whole month really doing a lot of inner work, healing my inner child, doing a lot of journaling. So I didn't buy that many cards, but I bought a couple of decks that one I'd got on pre-order and a couple of others that took my eye. So I will show you them first. So the first one is the Spirit Junkie. Now this is by Gabrielle Bernstein, and it's a 52 card deck, artwork by Michaela Ezra. And it's just one of those little decks that you just get a little card in it about the author and about the cards. It's just one of those decks that you pull just one a day to just get a little message to uplift you, that kind of thing. Like, I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. And these go pretty well with the inner work that I am actually doing at the minute, what I did last month, and for the foreseeable future I will be carrying on with that. So these are, like I said, they're lovely little cards, just give you a nice little pick-me-up message. And I'm enjoying them. Like I said, that you know, there's no thought going into when you pull the card. It just has that message, and I'll put it on the side, and it's just a nice little pick-me-up deck with a little message. But them little messages, you know, can be quite deep, really. I am a light worker in disguise. I don't have to talk about it. I can just be it. Exactly. Attacking others is an attack on myself. I choose to release this now. That's another one. My friendships support me, nourish me, and inspire me. The difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behaviour. So like I said, some of them do make you kind of think. Kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. So that's that little deck. So I bought that. And I am liking to pull in the card a day, just to kind of give me that little bit of a message. Like I said, some of them do make you stop and think. The other oracle I had on pre-order, and that came a couple of weeks ago, and it's the Angel Quest Oracle. And this is by Karen Nui, art by Marie Antoinette Kelly, and it's a Beyond Words publication. I hadn't heard of those before. It says on the back, guidance from the celestial realm. For those who are seeking guidance from above, the Angel Quest Oracle offers 44 luminous, high-vibrating angel cards with messages and images that have been channeled directly from the heavens by both psychic medium and author Karen. This divine divination card deck and accompanying guidebook enhance direct communication between you and your angels. Simply invoke these great beings to receive uplifting, accurate messages. Will it enable you to better understand the steps you need to take to move forward in life? Now, as you all know, I do like my angels, so I had this on pre-order once I saw it. You get a book, and the book is the same sort of thing as you'll get with most books. It's got a nice little book. It's got contents and an introduction at the beginning, so you know what page you're going to. There is the normal how to use a deck, one card reading, past, present, future reading, move beyond your problem reading, different time frames reading, and then it tells you the different angels that are mentioned in the deck, and then it goes on to the card. So you get a little black and white, and then you get the information. So this is that they're quite shiny, but they're not too bad. But that's the backs. I think the backs are gorgeous. Really think they're pretty. So these are the sort of images. They're quite a large card, as you can see. They're quite a large oracle. Like I said, they are quite shiny, but that doesn't bother me. And I'm really enjoying this deck. Okay. And they're not all angels, even though the messages are from the angels. Some of the images are not all. It's beautiful. Trust. And like I said, I do like the artwork. I do like the deck, like I said. I'm using it quite a bit, and and I'm really enjoying it. So I've never read of the published before, but the card quality is nice. It's nice quality card, and you get that little bit of a message at the bottom, and then obviously the book delves deeper into it if you wanted to read it. And then we've got healing, wisdom, healing grief, family harmony. So like I said, so that's that deck. So that's the Angel Quest Oracle. And like I said, I am enjoying working with that. It's a nice deck, and it wasn't expensive either. So yeah, if you like angels, that's probably one to look into. It's nice. So the only other thing that I bought this month was a tarot that I had got my eye on for a good couple of years, I suppose, but I never actually got round to getting it. It came up in my Amazon, so I picked it up, and it's the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot, and this is by Giuliano Costa, and it's a low Scarabeo. The box came broke, but I put it in a bag anyway. I mean, this has been around for a while, so you've probably seen this one. That's the backs. It's low Scarabeo, so it's the same card stock that you normally get with their decks, which is a nice card stock. I do like their card stock. I've got quite a few of their decks. But this is a vibrant, nice deck. Not sure how much I will pull it out, because it's probably similar to other ones that I've got. But at the minute I'm using it, Nudity. I am using it, and I am enjoying using it. So who knows, it may turn out to be a favourite of mine, who can tell? But I am enjoying it. Like I said, I'm getting some nice readings from it. I did a tarot spread, getting to know you kind of deck, and that was good. So yeah, so that is the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot, and that is the only other deck that I bought this month. So, excuse me, got the cloggy throat. So that's the decks I bought. So as I said, I have been doing a lot of inner work, and especially inner child, healing my wounded child. And I had this book, and I brought it out again. I've used this quite often in the couple of years that I've had it. It's probably more than a couple of years, but it's a great book. I've shown it before on my channel, but it's the Tarot for the Healing Heart, using inner wisdom to heal body and mind, Christine Jett. On the back, wellness is body, mind and spirit in balance. Working with Tarot for Healing brings body, mind and spirit into balance to support the healing process. No areas of our life can be isolated from health problems. Disease, being out of ease, is a message to examine the choices we are making within this redirection healing occurs. Tarot for the Healing Heart is a guide to using tarot as a healing tool. Author Christine Jett is a registered nurse, discusses illness and healing on 4 levels corresponding to the 4 suits of the Tarot's minor arcana. Physical is Pentacles, emotional Cups, psychological Swords and spiritual Wands. The major arcana presents the higher insight of disease, and the court cards are the healers of the Tarot. So that's what it says on the back, and this is an in-depth, really good book. I found it invaluable over the years. I mean, I have got this, what I've highlighted and whatever, because I do use it a lot. If you haven't seen this book, I would really look into it, especially if you're doing inner work and whatever, you're in healing work with the Tarot, because this is probably one of the best books that I've got on it. And there is a few tarot spreads in there, but it's the book and how the things that she writes. It's really, really good. At the back, she goes through each of the tarot. I will use that one there. Say the Chariot. Inner conflict. Inner conflict is the life lesson. Inner control is the life wisdom. Then there's a bit about life lessons, life wisdom, actions to support the healing process, and contacting your inner wisdom. So you get her right upon each card exactly the same. They've all got the same whatever. So yeah, so that is one that I sit with while I've been doing a lot of this inner work. and it has really been very insightful. So that's the book I've been using. One of the tarot decks that I've been using to do my inner work is a tarot deck that I thought I would never buy. It was one of those decks when I first saw it, I was like, no, that's not for me. Everybody was, a lot of people was mad about it, but it just didn't seem to be for me. And it's the tarot, Deviant Moon Tarot. So the last few months it kept popping up, and it kept sort of, and I kept looking, and I wasn't sure, but I went ahead and I bought it. I think it was about 2 months ago, 2-3 months ago I bought this in the end, and I fell in love with it. The readings that this gives me is a right kick in the teeth at times, but at times it's been pretty gentle as well, but it's always told me what I needed to know. That must have got damp, that's annoying. But it's been great doing this inner work, what I've been doing. I am going to get the book, because I do believe there's a book that kind of speaks more about the choice of imagery and whatever. So that is something that I'm gonna get. But I use it pretty intuitively, as well as, you know, how I usually read anyway. But this has really added something to my collection. And even now, if I just want to pull a few cards for myself without doing inner work or whatever, you know, just to pull some cards a day, I pull this one out, because it is so to the point and tells it as it is. It's never been wrong, and I'm just loving working with it, which was a huge surprise for me, because it just was not something that I thought that I would enjoy working with, and that surprised me, because I really do, and I really love it. So that is a deck that I have been using a lot since I got it, but I have been using that to do the shadow and inner work that I've been doing. So that is the Deviant Moon Tarot. So the other one that I've been using is what I bought especially to do it, and I did show it last month, but I hadn't really gone into it, and it's the Inner Child cards by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner. It's one of those what pull out. On the back it says, this is the revised edition of the bestseller. Inner Child cards is a divination system that reawakens a child in all of us by gently helping us to interact with the world's most potent archetypes. The authors assign an archetypal childhood story to each image in the traditional tarot deck. Cinderella aligns with the Moon card, traditionally associated with the power of dreams and visions. Sleeping Beauty parallels the Death card with its theme of personal metamorphosis. Little Red Cap stands for the fool, the innocent, and the big bad wolf portrays the devil. So that kind of a little bit on the back. The book is huge, but the book is invaluable. It has got it's got an introductory in how to use the deck and a little bit about the inner child. It has a couple of layouts. There is what's around the corner, it's just a 3 card, basically past, present, future. You've got the wishing well, which is basically just a 1 card. It's just how you lay the cards out. Then you've got the child layout, the rainbow, and that hopscotch, the spiral staircase, and that's it. But you can get a book that's got more in-depth things, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get the, it's one of those that you fill in that, I think, but I don't think I'll get that, I'm not sure. But you get an introduction, and then you get a bit about the major arcana, the name of the card, what they've changed it to, like the Little Red Cap, Little Red Riding Hood, I don't know the story of. The keynote is the child within. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp is for the Magician card, and that's the creative child. So it goes through the list there. And then you go on to a black and white card, and then it tells you a little bit about the fairy tale. But then if you pull this card, it does tell you the meaning of that, you know. So it's very in-depth, and I'm finding it really, really helpful in the work that I'm doing. I love how it interacts with the fairy tales because you can associate, if you know the story, if not, it goes in a little bit with what the card meaning is for you, and that's also added like another layer on a lot of the time for me. Don't like the backs very much. The backs are pretty plain. Huge cards, but that was done on purpose because I know that I read that they said that they wanted you to feel like a child handling a pack of cards, and you imagine a child's hand with a normal pack of cards, they would be quite big and clumsy for them. So they wanted to make these quite a big clumsy card to hold as an adult. So that's the reason why they made them so big. And I can understand that. And the size doesn't bother me actually. So we're going to have the images here. Very colourful. Very, I can sit and look at these. When I pull a card, I sit and look at them for ages. So we got the wizard. Like I said, I love how colourful they are. When you need to do one of those huge spreads, you need a whole table just about because they are so big. But again, that's not a problem. You know, if you know it's that big, you make room for them. So, like I said, there is name changes on most of the cards and suits. Not, but again, that don't bother me because the way that these cards are is not like the traditional tarot. Though you could read them as a traditional tarot as well, but I don't. I'm just getting messages. I suppose in a few times they kind of played a part, but not a huge part. It's for me, it's been the images, what's in the book, and the actual tale of fairy tale that it's depicting. That has been the real opener for me into digging deeper. Can't get my words out today. The only thing I will say with this deck, which was really disappointing, is the cardstock. And it made worse because the cards are quite so big. They're very flimsy, as you can see. Not sure how they hold up. So far so good. I mean, I'm using them daily and they're getting a good old shuffle off me, but they are starting to come a little bit colour away from the corners, but not too bad. They're holding up better than I thought. I just hope they continue to hold up and they don't get too, I don't think you could riffle shuffle very well. I know I tried and one of the corners started bending, so I haven't tried since. But you do have to shuffle that way because you just couldn't, you can't get your hands that way to be able to shuffle them. So that is the Inner Child Tarot that I have been, or Inner Child Cards, I should say. She doesn't, so Inner Child Cards, a Fairy Tale Tarot. Like I said, it's a big bulky box, but it needs to be for the book. So that is what I've been up to in February, and I'm enjoying working with all these. And yeah, they've been really, these cards, the Deviant Moon and this book especially, been really helpful to me on this delving deeper. So thanks for watching, and if you've had experience with any of these cards, you'll have to let me know what you think. Or this book. This book is brilliant. If you've not seen it, I would suggest that you looked at deeper into this because it's brilliant. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.